Welcome back to another video, and we're gonna talk about what's the best team comp for Childe. So first of all, there's two team comps for Childe. It's Vaporize and Electro Recharge. I was about to say Recharge, so let's talk about it. So let's start with the Electro Charge. So it's gonna be Fichel
Behold, the Prinzessin der Verurteilung.
or Beidou.
I trust you.
Now you can switch Beidou into Raiden Shogun if you have Raiden Shogun, or you can switch. If you don't have Raiden Shogun, I'm not so sure. But if you don't have Beidou, you can use Kujusara. And for the next one, it's gonna be Sucrose.
My experiment will succeed.
Start with Fichel. For the best weapon for Fichel, it's gonna be Thundering Pulse, Skyward Harp, Ally Hunter. I think it was Ally Hunter. And then it's gonna be Amos Bow, LG of the end, and the Stringless. Now the Stringless will beat the Amos Bow, LG of the end, and the Ally Hunter if it's refinement rank 5. The Ally Hunter, if it's refinement rank 5, it will beat all of those except for the Thundering Pulse. For the artifacts, it's gonna be Thunder Suitor. Now, currently, I don't have Thunder Suitor. I'm currently using as a DPS Vigil. I don't have the artifact set for it. But the best set for Vigil is gonna be Thunder Suitor because if you're doing Electro Charge every time. For the main stat of the artifact set of the Thunder Suitor, you want it to be attack percentage. You want it to be attack percentage, and in the goblet, you want it to be electro damage bonus. Where's my electro damage bonus? There it is. Electro damage bonus, and for the circlet of logos, crit or crit damage. For the talent priority, slash the one you want to level up, is gonna be elemental skill and elemental burst. For Beidou, let's level up for Beidou. What's the build for Beidou? You want your Beidou to have for the weapon, it's gonna be Wolf Gravestone, the Unforged, Skyward Pride, and the Akumaru. Akumaru will beat the Skyward Pride by refinement rank 5. And after Akumaru, it's gonna be, I think it was what was it again? Oh yeah, Luxurious Sealord. Luxurious Sealord. This weapon is an event weapon. You cannot get this anymore. Because the event is already done, you cannot get it. If you have it, you can use it. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, you can also use the Sacrificial Greatsword. If you don't have any other weapons, you can use Sacrificial Greatsword. For the artifact set for Beidou, you wanted 2-piece Noble Sea of Blade and 2-piece of any attack percentage, 18% attack percentage set. So it can be either Gladiator or Shiminawa set. Now for the main stat for the Sands is either attack percentage or NG recharge. And for the goblet, of course, it's gonna be electro damage bonus, and then finally for the circlet, you wanted crit rate or crit damage. Talent priority, you want to level up, of course, it's gonna be elemental skill and elemental burst. And for Sucrose, I'm just gonna repeat the one that I said from the past video of Sucrose because I'm just gonna say the same thing. And for Sucrose is you want it to be Sacrificial Fragments, or if you want to, also Fabulous Codex. I thought it was Condex. It was Codex? That's the first time seeing it. So you wanted Sacrificial Fragment or Fabulous Codex or Twinning Tails of Dragon. But I suggest you Sacrificial Fragments because it has a chance to end its own elemental skill cooldown, so you can use it again, so the elemental burst will be recharged again. And the subset of this weapon also has elemental mastery. So yeah, it shares its elemental mastery. Sucrose always shares its elemental mastery. For artifacts, you wanted Verbizin Venerer, 4-piece BB set. So you guys know about this, about the stats of that. So for the sands is you wanted elemental mastery, goblet, elemental mastery as well. And for the circlet of logos is elemental mastery as well. I'm requiring elemental mastery because just to share its elemental mastery and to increase the damage of the vaporize of my Huto. And to lower its elemental rest as well because of the very decent 4-piece set 4-piece set stats. And talent priority is gonna be elemental skill and elemental burst. Now, my sucrose is C6, okay? I just want to remind that it's C6. You might be wondering why is it 12 and 11. Now, if you have Kazuha, you can switch it to instead of using sucrose, you can use Kazuha. For the best weapon for Kazuha, it's gonna be Freedom of Sword or Sorn or something. And for the second one, it's gonna be Sacrificial Greatsword and Favorite Lance, and then Skyward Blade. I mean, Favorite Lance, Favorite Sword, and then Skyward Blade. That's what you want. So the problem of this team is that you don't have a healer and attack bonus, but you can replace Beidou into Kujusaga. But the problem of Kujusaga, you want to always I want the characters always affecting the enemies by Electro. But for Kujusaga, it's gonna be only attack buff. That's what you want. But if you want to use Kujusaga, so I'm just gonna tell the build for Kujusaga as well. For the weapon for Kujusaga, you wanted Skyward Harp, Thundering Pulse, Amos Bow, Ally Hunter, and then Sacrificial Bow, and finally Famous Warbow or Black Cliff Bow. For the artifact set, you wanted 4-piece set of Noble Sea Oblage. For the sands, you wanted attack percentage or energy recharge, goblet, electric damage bonus, and circlet, crit rate or crit damage. Talent priority, crit, elemental skill, and then elemental burst. Now, if you have Raiden Shogun, if you're gonna use Raiden Shogun as well, you can use artifact set is gonna be Emblem of Severe Fate. For the main stat of the Emblem of Severe Fate, attack percentage or energy recharge, goblet, attack percentage or attack percentage or electric damage bonus, and for the circlet, crit rate or crit damage. Talent priority is gonna be elemental burst and elemental skill. For the weapon, it's gonna be engulfing lightning, the event weapon from the past, but you cannot get it anymore. You have to wait for a rerun, but I think that will be maybe about many months to be rerun again. And the next one is gonna be Staff of Homa, Primordial Jade Wing Spear, and the catch. Assuming the catch is refinement rank 5. If it's not, it's gonna be lowered down. And for the next one, it's gonna be Skyward Spine. Next one is gonna be Favorite Lance as well, and wait, yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's basically it. Favorite Lance. That's the end of it. So those are the benefits of it. Now, the problem of this team, you don't have a healer. That's the problem. If you're doing Spiral Abyss, I don't recommend this team because you don't have a healer. Now, the also problem is that you cannot do a one-shot burst. What I meant by that is like one-shotting the enemies, like Vaporize and anything. And you cannot do that on Electro Charge team, which kinda sucks. Now, for the next team, it's gonna be Vaporize. So, where is it? Shangling,
I'll bring my seasonings.
Bennett,
You want me on your team?
and Sucrose.
My experiment will succeed.
Now, reminder, you can replace Sucrose with Kazuha. I'll just repeat the same thing what I said, like for the build for Kazuha and Sucrose as well, and for Bennett as well. I'm just gonna say the Xiangling's build, of course. So what's the best weapon for Xiangling? Is gonna be Staff of Homa or Engulfing Lightning. Next one is the Catch, if assuming it's refinement rank 5, but if it's not, it's gonna be lower down. The next one is gonna be Cordial Jade Wing Spear, Skyward Spine, and Dragon's Bane. Dragon's Bane will kind of beat all of them except for the Engulfing Lightning and Staff of Homa. If it's refinement rank 5, I think it will beat all of them. Artifact set, you wanted 4 pieces of Emblem of Severed Fate. For the attack, the sands, you wanted either energy recharge, attack percentage, or elemental mastery. And the goblet is gonna be pyro damage bonus, and the circlet, crit rate, or crit damage. Talent priority is gonna be elemental skill and elemental burst. For Bennett, you wanted to be Noble Sea of Blage. You want your flower, your flowers already, like, have their own main stats. Your sands, you want it to be energy recharge or attack percentage. For Goblet, pyro damage bonus, and Circlet is healing bonus. For the best 5-star weapon for Bennett is gonna be Mid-Split Reforged, which is a 5-star weapon that is from a banner, but you cannot get him again. You will have to wait for a rerun. So, but what you can get is Aqualia, Fabuna, and then the Skyward Blade. Those are the 5 stars. For the 4 stars is Alloy Flash, and Pursuing Desire, Prototype Rancor, and Fabulous Sword. Now, these swords is based on base attack because of the attack boost. And for your artifacts, I already said about it. So in the artifacts in here, I just want it to be healing. And for the weapon, it's basically about base attack. Because the attack bonus of the elemental burst is based on the base attack of your weapon and the base of your character when you're leveling, Bennett. For talents, you want to upgrade only is the elemental skill and elemental burst. I don't require upgrading this, but if you want to, then do it. But you will only need basically is the elemental skill and the elemental burst. And for Sucrose is you want it to be sacrificial fragments, or if you want to, also Fabulous Codex. I thought it was Condex. It was Codex. That's the first time seeing it. So you want a sacrificial fragment or Fabulous Codex or Tuning Tales of Dragon. But I suggest you sacrificial fragments is because it has a chance to end its own elemental skill cooldown, so you can use it again, so the elemental burst will be recharged again. And the subset of this weapon also has elemental mastery. So yeah, it shares its elemental mastery. Sucrose always shares its elemental mastery. For artifacts, you wanted Vaporize Venerer, 4-piece VV set. So you guys know about this, about the stats of that. So for the sands is you wanted elemental mastery, goblet, elemental mastery as well. And for the circlet of logos is elemental mastery as well. I'm requiring elemental mastery because just to share its elemental mastery and to increase the damage of the Vaporize of my Hutao. And to lower its elemental rest as well because of the very recent 4-piece set stats. And talent priority is gonna be elemental skill and elemental burst. Now, my Sucrose is C6, okay? I just want to remind that it's C6. You might be wondering why is it 12 and 11. Now, if you have Kazuha, you can switch it to instead of using Sucrose, you can use Kazuha. For the best weapon for Kazuha, it's gonna be Freedom of Sword or Sorn or something. And for the second one, it's gonna be Sacrificial Greatsword and Fabulous Lance, and then Skyward Blade. Fabulous Lance, Fabulous Sword, and then Skyward Blade. That's what you want. So in this team, the problem I think is the energy recharge. But as long I think as you have Bennett, you won't have anything problem about the energy recharge, of course, I think. So I'm not so sure about this. I'm not sure if Childe doing the Vaporize or Xiangling. Because I kept trying and trying, I'm not sure if it's Xiangling doing the Vaporize or Childe. That's my problem. So I'm gonna test it, of course. Just need the...
Race you! Frying pan into the fire! Yours!
Everybody stand back!
Oh, come on.
Bring it on.
Why you do this to me? So as I saw, most of the time it's gonna be Xiangling doing the Vaporize, and most of the time it's gonna be Childe doing the Vaporize. It can be Childe and Xiangling doing the Vaporize. So yeah, I'm pretty much I suggest it's gonna be Dragon's Bane weapon, but you can outperform all of them if you can find rank 5 only, except for the Engulfing Lightning and the Staff of Homa. So as you saw, most of the time, Childe will be doing the Vaporize, and sometimes it could be Xiangling or Sucrose if Sucrose Elemental Burst is there. Now let's try the Electro Charge team. Just to be fair, this set is not fully built.
In the name of the
They're not
princessin!
built, that's the problem. But I already told you guys about what's so bad about them, what's so good about them. What's pretty much bad thing about here is gonna be you don't have an attack buff, but you can switch your Beidou into Kujusara, but you won't have a healer. That's the problem. So pretty much, even though I did not show you how good they are, I did that test, but in
All right, let's go.
my perspective, I think the Vaporize team will always win. Because you can do a one-shot thing there, a one-shot burst, and Vaporize. And Vaporize kind of deal more damage than Electro Charge, but the good thing about Electro Charge is it will go bounce to other enemies not affected by Hydro, which is pretty good. So what will I say? Vaporize team will win. Vaporize team comp will win. So Vaporize team will win. So basically that's the end of the video. I guess. Please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm almost at 500 subscribers, and goodbye.